last class, we learned how to calculate trend by the method of freehand or the graphical method, and also by the method of semi-average. Now in this class, we are going to learn how to find or calculate trend by the method of moving averages. Now as the name suggests, we have to keep moving along the data given, either 3 by 3 or 4 by 4 or 5 by 5, etc. Now let's see this method in detail. In this method, we take the arithmetic mean of the values for a certain time span. So average is nothing but mean. So we take the arithmetic mean of the values of a certain time span, and the time span can be either 3 years or 4 years or 5 years depending on the data given and also on our interest. If suppose we have odd number of moving averages, then the average will be automatically centered. Say for example, you are moving 3 by 3, 3 period moving average or 5 period moving average. In such cases, the average will be automatically centered. For example, if it is a 3 period moving average, the averages can be calculated as the first item is A, second item is B, third item is C. Similarly, the fourth will be D, fifth will be E, etc. So first 3 items will be taken into account and the average will be calculated. So that is A plus B plus C by 3. And then we move down. So leaving off the first, we go to the second, third and the fourth. So it will be B plus C plus D by 3. And then we further go down, leaving out the first and the second. We go to the third, the fourth and the fifth. So it will be C plus D plus E by 3, and so on. We will continue till the end of the data. So this is how we will proceed in the case of 3 period moving average. Supposing it is even and we want to find the method of moving average for 4 period. Say in that case, the averages will be taken 4 by 4. So the first 4 items, say A, B, C, D. So we add A plus B plus C plus D, and to find the average we have to divide by 4 items. Last case for 3 period moving average, you divide it by 3 because you have taken 3 items. Now we are taking 4 by 4 for 4 period moving average. So you have to add the first 4 items and divide by 4. And then you further go down to the second, third, fourth and the fifth item. So it is B plus C plus D plus E by 4. And then we further go down, leaving away the first and the second. We start on the third. So third item C plus fourth item D plus the fifth item E plus the sixth item F divided by 4. So we will keep moving on and so on till the last data given. And the averages in this case, in the 4 period moving average, it will be placed in between the second and the third. Like in the first odd number of averages, in case it is 3, it will be automatically centered against the middle item. Whereas here the middle will be what? A plus B plus C plus D, 4 items. And the middle of the 4 will be between B and the C. That is the second and the third. So the first average will be placed between the second and the third value. Similarly, when you find B plus C plus D plus E by 4, it will be placed in the middle, that is between the third and the fourth value. So it will be in between placed. So we have to find for the corresponding year given. So what we need to do is, again we have to center the averages. So the first 2 averages, which lies between the second and the third value and the third and the fourth value, when you again find the average between these 2 averages, then you will get the in between the second and the third and the fourth values. When you find the average, it will come straight to the third item. So you can get the average for the third year. And then you can continue likewise, and we can proceed till the end to get the trend for the last, actually the first 2 years you will not have the trend, and for the last 2 years also you will not have the trend value. So till the last but 2 values you can find the trend values. So this will be continued for the rest of the averages, which is called as the centering of the averages. So if you take a problem, you will understand better. So let's go to the problem from exercise 9.1. Let's take problem number 15. Find the trend of production by the method of a 5-yearly period of moving average for the following data. So here it is a 5-yearly moving average that is asked. So in this case, it is an odd number of moving averages. So the year is given from 1979 to 1990, and also the production in thousands is given. So the data is given horizontally, we'll always put it in the vertical direction. So the same data I have put in the vertical direction for the year and the production. 1979 it is 126, 1980 it is 123, and then for the year 1981 it is 117, and 1982 128, and so on. You have the production for the year 1990 as 123. So all the data given in the horizontal direction is put in the vertical direction. Now we are going to do the method of trend by 5 period moving average. So take the first 5 values. So A, B, C, D and E. So first 5 values we have to take. So if you add 5 values, then average to be found by dividing by 5. So the first thing is A plus B plus C plus D plus E divided by 5. So when you add 126 plus 123 plus 117 plus 128 plus 125, you get 619. So the average, the total of these 5 items should be put in the middle. So what is the middle for a 5? It is the third item. So against the third item, we put the total as 619. So then we have to move down, moving average. It's a method of moving average. So we have to move down. So leave away A. Now take B, C, D, E and also F. Now take these 5 values B, C, D, E, F and add. So 123 plus 117 plus 128 plus 125 plus 124, when you add, your total is 617. So the middle for B, C, D, E, F will be the D item. So against the D item, that is against 1982 year, we put the total which is 617. Similarly, we move down to the next 5 values. So after B, the next 5 values will be C, D, E, F and G. So that will be 117 plus 128 plus 125 plus 124 plus 130, which will come to 624. So till C, D, E, F and G, the middle item will be E. So against E, we put the total which is 624. Then we further go down to the next item. So it is D, E, F, G and H. So from D to H. Now these total when you add 128 plus 125 plus 124 plus 130 plus 114, it comes to 621. So the middle will be item F. So against 124 for the year 1984 it is 621 the total. 5 by 5 we are totaling. We are moving down and we are totaling. So the next 5 will be what? From E, F, G, H and I. So from E to I. So these 5 items. So that is 125 plus 124 plus 130 plus 114 plus 122. It will be 615, which is put in the middle, which is 1985. So against 1985 we put 615. Similarly we go to the next item up to J, starting from F, 5. We are moving 5 by 5. So F, G, H, I, J. These 5 items are added. So 124 plus 130 plus 114 plus 122 plus 129, that will come to 619, which is put against the middle of these 5. From F to J, the middle item comes to 114. So it is placed along this, which is 619. Similarly, we go to the next 5 items, G, H, I, J, K. So from G to K. Is it okay? These 5 items. So the total will be for 130, 114, 122, 129 and 118, which is to be put against 122 against the year 1987, which is 613. And then the last one starting from H, I, J, K, L. So from H to L, the last 5, when you take the total for 114 plus 122 plus 129 plus 118 plus 123, the total comes to 606, which is placed against the middle item, which is along 1988 to 606. So the last 2, there are the 5, the last we have come up to the end. So we have no more item. So we put dash for the last 2 years, and similarly for the first 2 years also, because the centered value for all the 5 values, first 5 values, only comes to 1981 against 1981. So 1979 will be nil, 1980 also will be nil. So this is put under the heading 5 yearly moving total. So you must remember the heading of the column which you open, which is 5 yearly moving total. Okay. Next we have to find the average, because the question is to find the trend values by the method of 5 period moving average. So we open up a next column called 5 yearly moving average. So what do you mean by average? You have added 5 values. So you have to divide each value by 5. So if you divide 619 by 5, you can check your calculator or you can even divide. It's 123.8. Similarly, each item 617 divided by 5, that will be 123.4. 624 divided by 5, which is 124.8. Similarly, each item, the 5 yearly moving total, which is here in this column, is divided by 5, and that is put under the column 5 yearly moving average. So these are the trend values. So the trend according to 5 yearly moving average for this particular data given will be for 1979 it is nil, for 1980 it is nil, 1981 it is 123.8, 123.4, 124.8, 124.2, 123, 123.8, 122.6 and 122.2, and for the year 1989 it is nil, and for 1990 also it is nil. So this is how we calculate the method of, calculate the trend by the method of moving average for 5 yearly moving average.